Hi there, this is Alex from Who Target Podcast, and let's discuss the newest episode of Daredevil Born Again. I'm trying to think what number we're up to. I think we're up to episode 5 now. It might be... I think we're on 5. I think we're on 5, yeah. So this is an episode where Daredevil has become completely Daredevil, and we're also bringing in the sort of big villain of this season, which is Muse, a psychotic guy who loves kidnapping children and then writing and making anime sort of cartoons and putting great animations around the whole city of New York. And around this, we've also got the whole Kingpin going psychotic because of, he's got Vanessa's lover, Alan, is he called Alan? Yeah, it's called Alan. Alan in a cage under the city somewhere in one of his basements, and then sort of goes through the sort of process of completely losing it and becoming the Kingpin. But around this, you've got the whole sort of way Matt deals with becoming the Daredevil again, because it's sort of cut, so the end scene, it's a really short episode, and that's my real problem with this episode. It's 44 minutes. Joys of the TikTok age, hey. So we've got around these two, basically the episode ends, it's very short in my opinion, the episode ends with this ginormous two fights, one with Matt rescuing the child from Muse, and one with Kingpin basically fighting Alan, the lover of Vanessa, basically, he's not happy with. So around these two things, we sort of see the whole demographic of faith and religion and how it affects you, basically. And, Matt still has his faith from start to finish because his new girlfriend, who's a therapist, sort of asks him, why do you pray? What's the point of that? And he sort of says, well, it gives me guidance. I still speak to the big man up there, basically. That's because Matt is still pretty religious. But Matt has put back on the suit. He has become Daredevil again. He wants to make the city better, and there's this whole thing with the motorbike going past. I apologise about that. I've got my window open because it's quite warm. So basically, Matt wants to rescue this kid. He wants to make the kid better because the kid believes in Daredevil still. And there's a really good fight. The fights in this are really, that's what the money's got, definitely at Disney and Marvel with Daredevil. The fights are absolutely excellent between Daredevil and Muse. The fight there was brilliant. Well, obviously Muse is going to be the villain because at the end of the episode, when Daredevil hasn't killed him but managed to tie him up with one of his billy hooks, he vanishes. So there's something going on there. I don't know, because I was watching it and wasn't really 100% concentrated. I was doing other things on my phone, which I shouldn't do. But I'm pretty sure Vanessa's lover is dead as well. I'm sure Kingpin has murdered him and killed him, to make himself feel better. And it's this whole thing of being the mayor and being good and not being good. He wants to make this whole new part of New York, and basically all the bureaucracy and crap of what you get of being mayor is coming unstuck around his feet, and he's thinking, right, I'll just go back to my old methods. I'll become a Kingpin. I'll do it this way, and it doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, I think the journalist side is very good in this episode. I think the BB-8 journalist is really good, and I'm liking the use of Mr. Soprano's his son is really good as an actor. I think he's going to be brilliant eventually. So it's a good episode. My main concern with it is it was miles too short. It was 44 minutes, which in my opinion isn't long enough. But saying that, I think the X-Files used to be that sort of length, so I can't really talk. But I think the X-Files managed to punch a lot more in. It's the joys of Abbott breaks and in America, and the TikTok brigade, unfortunately, can't cope with anything longer than 30 minutes. So I'm hoping by the end of the season it doesn't go down to 30 minutes, but it's looking like Disney are doing their normal there, unfortunately. But yeah, great performances from Charlie Cox. I really want to get his sunglasses. Didn't have enough cane. He didn't say how good he is with a cane, the blind stick cane thing we all use. That would have been good in that. I'm just trying to think, because it was so short that it was sort of felt very compressed. It had a lot of action. We got to meet the Muse character finally. We got to see Daredevil in his costume. And, people of New York, thank him for being Daredevil and being Batman, which Matt loves. We had, Wilson basically falling to bits, becoming the psychopath that he is. And it's just unraveling. I think Vanessa is taking more control again. I think that's the plan, basically. And yeah, I don't know, the therapist, if he's in league or is he seeing Muse as a patient and doesn't know it's Muse. So it's all very interesting, and I hope it's going to ramp up for the end of the season. It must be coming soon. I don't think there's more than 6 or 8 episodes maybe. We might get lucky, there might be 8 episodes, hopefully. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, but my main concern was it was so short. Everything was sort of really compressed. I know that can be good, and it's tight, and it's how Action likes. And yeah, so that's how I feel. I think it was a good episode. Lots of violently good acting, good adventure. I love it with Daredevil gets into full throttle, and it was full throttle. It was in your face, definitely. You had action for I'd say nearly 70% of it was action, because it was so short, but it felt like that. Like most of it was action. There's some good bits of dialogue with the other characters. I like how Wilson Fisk is basically falling all into the Kingpin, and I love the fact there was that bit with his suits with Vanessa when he goes, "Oh, he's not fitting very well." And is he putting on more weight? And I know the guy who plays it, he's going to really bulk up as the Kingpin. So by the end of the season, the Kingpin's just going to be this mammoth muscle, basically, and will deal with people that way, I think. And just that violence, the way he dealt with Vanessa's lover, it was so brutal, the way he's, strangling, did what his dad used to do to him, basically. So I think he is slightly becoming his father's son completely. But yeah, I did not say I didn't enjoy it. I just felt it felt very compressed. It felt very airtight because it's 44 minutes. And we got to mention about 4 minutes of that are credits. There are a big good credit scene, so about 4 minutes that is easily credits, I would say. But I still liked it. I enjoyed it. I like the fights. I like the invention of Muse. He's a very sort of interesting psychopathic character, and I think it's going to be a good one. So I've still got hope. I'm enjoying it. I'm not saying I'm not enjoying it, because I am, and it's entertaining, and that's my feelings. So yeah, I was just thinking, do you lot want me to do videos on adolescence? I haven't watched it yet. I know it's an intense but brilliant What Does Stephen Graham. So let me know in the comments if you want me to do videos on adolescence as well, and I will do. So there we go. That's the feeling, and there will be, of course, more stuff coming soon next week. So keep the faith, keep the love. Bye.